Hey guys, Tony here, and as you can probably tell pretty quickly, I'm pretty ill at the moment. I'm actually doing a little bit better. I'm just getting over like serious cold, like really brutal, and I'm definitely feeling better. But there's still a lot of residual symptoms going on here. Anyway, so I'm back to do another recent vinyl editions video. I got some really cool stuff, and yeah, just wanted to show you. So not too long, not too much. Probably about 7 items here. One really big item that I'm like super happy about. So yeah, I'll just get started showing you. I tried making this video last night, and I was just so out of it. Really, I mean, I just was so kind of sick that I'm like, I watched it and I'm like, what was I thinking? Like, I can't post this, but anyway, love this time of year. It's just the greatest time of year. I got my Magic Hat Oktoberfest, fantastic. So there's something about it. I know we're not quite in fall yet, but I just love this time of year. So cheers, guys. All right, so I'll start showing you what I got. Some good stuff. So this one here, I've been meaning to check out for a long time, and I think it was Buddy Bopper who had this as his bow down record for the year. So that really just finally inspired me to check it out, and what a fantastic record. Great artist, I have to say. Tallest Man on Earth. All right, this is The Wild Hunt, and this is a fantastic record. Folk artist who he gets compared a lot to early Dylan, and I would say that those comparisons are probably pretty accurate. I also hear a little bit of, like, for some reason I think Bob Marley. I don't know why. I think it might just be the accent in his English, but fantastic album. This came out last year on Dead Oceans. Really good. So if you haven't checked this artist out, I highly recommend you do. Especially if you like folk. You know, just kind of, I don't know, a loner kind of folk, one guy usually, and singing songs. Great songwriter as well. So, excellent stuff. And this one too is really cool. This one, the band is called Ohm, and the album is God is Good. If you can see that. Very cool cover. So Ohm is basically a two-piece band, a rhythm section, a bass player, and a drummer. They were in the doom metal band Sleep, I believe it was called Sleep. I'm not familiar with that band, but this album is really cool. I'll have to check out Sleep. So after that band broke up, these guys formed Ohm, and what this is basically doom metal with an Eastern influence. Their song structures are basically modeled after like Tibetan chanting, and it's really cool. Just kind of, you know, just really kind of hypnotic, kind of heaviness. It's a cool record, and produced by he says recorded by Steve Albini, and there's a picture there, and a very cool record. So I want to check out more. I know their catalog isn't that big. I think they only have a couple albums, live album. Their songs are really very long usually. I mean, the first side of this is one track. It's 19 minutes long. The second side is 3 tracks, and they're shorter, but very cool. Oh, and this is on Drag City. I guess they also have stuff out on Southern Lord as well, or a live album on Southern Lord. But cool album, cool band. This one here is one, again, I've been meaning to check out for a while. Jeff the Record Man talked about this, and when he showed it and talked about it, I said that I was going to check it out. Like, I saw it that day in the store, and actually picked it up, but I didn't buy it. I got something else instead. So I finally went back and picked it up. It was on sale, so I grabbed it. Really cool record. So the band is The Pretty Things, and this is their 4th album, I think, SF Sorrow. And it's basically a rock opera, a song cycle, based around the short story written by Phil May, who was the lead singer of this band. So yeah, it's a rock opera before Tommy, which is really cool. Reissued by Sundays. So it's the story of SF Sorrow, who it basically leads you through his whole life, tells the story of his birth and I think eventual death, but also everything in between, falling in love, tragedy. Funny thing about this album is that it didn't really it didn't sell so much when it came out because unfortunately it was released the same week in 1968 as the White Album and Beggar's Banquet. So, as you can imagine, this was largely overlooked when it came out. But it is a fantastic psych album, and I highly recommend checking it out if you're not familiar with it. Definite classic. This one, too, another classic that I'm so glad I finally picked up. Really, really cool stuff. So, this is Nico, Chelsea Girl. It's her first solo album. Nico, of course, was in the Velvet Underground. I've always loved her songs on the Velvet Underground, that first album, the Velvet Underground and Nico. And I've wanted to check this out for a while. I don't know why it's taken me so long, but what a great album. It's fantastic. It really is. From 1967, produced by Tom Wilson, who I believe for all intents and purposes produced the first Velvet Underground record. Fantastic, really. My understanding is that Lou Reed and John Cale do play on this, but for the most part, it's her singing over. There's a guitar, and then there's like an orchestra playing behind her, and it's a really, really excellent record. She does "I'll Keep It With Mine," which Bob Dylan basically wrote for her. Interesting life Nico had, of course. She knew Brian Jones, was introduced to Brian Jones and the Rolling Stones. She was in with Andy Warhol and was in all his a bunch of his movies. She was a model before that. She also pursued Jim Morrison, and she pursued Iggy Pop, Bob Dylan. I mean, an interesting life. And she died in, I think, 1988 after being injured riding a bicycle. So I think it was like her, all the abuse over the years, her body really just couldn't take it anymore. So, and she died then. She was on vacation. Really cool stuff, and really, really great. I love her vocal style. And the songs she does, they're really good. So, fantastic record. Four Men with Beards reissue. So, this one too, another one I've been meaning to check out for a long time. This record has been sitting in the store I go to most for a long time, and it was priced at like $28, and I always just kind of passed on it. Like, I just thought it was too much money, and finally, no one ever bought it, and it was on sale because they were selling all of their old stock, that's just stuff that didn't sell to make room, and I picked it up for about $10 less than that. And a fantastic record, a monster of a progressive rock album. Gentle Giant, what an album. You want to talk about progressive rock? Oh my god. It's fantastic. I really, really enjoyed this. Just listened to it actually, and just blew my mind. The only album I have by them, I definitely want to check out more. I know some of their stuff I think is hard to come by. But yeah, what a cool cover, huh? So, this is their debut, I believe, just Gentle Giant. It's from 1970. But this is a reissue on Timeless reissues. But yeah, very, very cool. So, happy to get that. These last two are two things I'm ecstatic about getting. Really, just... This one I've wanted for a long, long time. I know this album well. I've listened to it quite a bit. It's just an excellent album. Can. Soon Over Babaluma. So this is their first album after Damo Suzuki left the band. So the vocals are taken over by Michael Caroli and Ermine Schmidt, and just a fantastic record. Hands down, one of their best. I think I like this more than Monster Movie, more than anything with Malcolm Mooney on vocals. Just a fantastic record. This is on Spoon Records, and it definitely takes on more of the ambient sort of style that Future Days has. But yeah, excellent. And I got this for such a good price. Spoon Records, the cover has a few imperfections, but the vinyl itself is like stone mint, super quiet, not a pop. It's just fantastic, and really happy to get this. Fantastic record. I highly recommend checking it out. If you're into Can but haven't really looked past the 3 albums with Damo Suzuki, this is fantastic. So happy to get that. And finally, a huge item, an album that I've wanted for a while. I first saw this really in Dan's videos. I watched, in all his videos, you see the binding of this on his shelf. And before I even knew what it was, I wondered about it. And finally he took it out and talked about it. I know Spellerine has it and he's talked about it. But most recently, Cool Ranch Dressing, they pulled it out and were talking about it. And my interest was just piqued again. So I had to look into whether or not I could get it. And I looked online and I was able to get it brand new, sealed. It wasn't cheap. I won't say it was cheap, but totally worth every penny. I'm so blown away by this. It's still in the shrink wrap. I got to take it out, but awesome. Tom Waits, Orphans. Okay, so this is his box set, 7 LP box set, and what a beautiful box. I mean, just fantastic. So this is Orphans, Brawlers, Ballers, and Bastards. Okay, unbelievable. So it comes out like this. I just gotta take the shrink wrap off. So it pulls out. Really cool picture here. And then the albums, 7 albums are housed in this box. If you can see them in the booklet, 30-page booklet. So each LP is housed in these sleeves, newspaper sleeves. Just really kind of weird newspaper articles for the cover. So what this is a collection of songs that, from different sessions and things that Tom Waits has done. Stuff that was never released for the most part. Different things he says that kind of fell through the cracks. And a lot of material on here was recorded specifically for this set. And it is fantastic. I've gotten through the Brawlers and the Ballers, so probably about halfway through. And it's unbelievable. I'm so happy to get it. Yeah. So, I mean, not so much to say, but I'm just ecstatic to get it. So there you go. Tom Waits, Orphans, Brawlers, Ballers, and Bastards. So this also has, I'll read the little sticker here. Sorry, I was upside down, huh? 7 pieces of 180-gram vinyl, a 32-page booklet of lyrics and photos, plus 6 bonus tracks not available on the CD version. So there you go. I highly recommend checking this out if you can. It is still available online if you look for it. It's not cheap, but it is worth it. I will say that. So there you go, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed that. I'm expecting quite a few things to come in the mail, and I'm going to probably wait for all of them to come before I do another video. So it might take a little while, but if you thought this was a good update, my next one is amazing. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. So please leave me some comments. Have a great weekend, guys.